Supreme Court spokesperson Duterte says the High Court is giving clearance to employees to testify only on administrative matters. For adjudicative or matters involving the decision of cases, the High Court allowed only Associate Justice Teresita de Castro. Te said de Castro may talk about the issuance of a temporary restraining order in the case of a senior Citizens Party list group, the clustering case involving the Judicial and Bar Council, and the case involving then Solicitor General and now Associate Justice Francis Hardeleza. Te adds de Castro can only discuss the merits of her decision and not the deliberations behind the decision.
Those who are invited to testify on administrative matters may do so if they wish. The court is not requiring them, but the court is granting them clearance if they so wish to appear and testify on administrative matters. On adjudicative matters, meaning matters that go into the decision of cases, which would include deliberations of cases, only Justice Teresita de Castro has been authorized to appear and testify before the House Committee on Justice.
The House Justice Committee invited employees and justices to answer allegations of lawyer Larry Gadon that the Chief Justice bypassed her colleagues and deliberately tampered with court decisions. On the third day of the hearing on the impeachment complaint against Sereno, the House Justice Committee finds out there's no solid evidence on corruption allegations involving the use of public funds to finance the Chief Justice's supposed extravagant and lavish lifestyle. Our Joyce Ilas has more.
Lawmakers scrutinizing the allegations of lawyer Larry Gadon against Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno wanted to find out from the complainant if he has proof that Sereno committed corruption. But they ended up getting nothing.
Those documents are specifically included in my request, which was granted by the Supreme Court and Bank, Your Honor. However, Your Honor, the Office of the Chief Justice refuses to give it to me.
Gadon said Sereno insists on flying first class or business class during her trips. Sereno said SC rules allow the Chief Justice to travel business class, but denied Gadon's allegation that she travels first class.
You admit now that the Chief Justice has not availed of a first class accommodation in her foreign travels.
What I meant with that first class, Your Honor, is that is more expensive than the economic class. It could be business class or first class.
Gadon says even Sereno's bodyguards travel first class or business class. But when the committee chairman asks Gadon to name names,
did you identify who these bodyguards are? Kasi how can you identify them and whether funds were spent for them by the Supreme Court if we don't have the names? Do you have the names?
I don't have the names, Your Honor.
Gadon insists he has sources in the Supreme Court who gave him information.
Tama ba?
Marami. Opo, Your
Marami
Honor.
ka. Pwede bang malaman ko sino-sino itong mga to?
Hindi ko na ma-recall, Your Honor, kasi ang nangyayari doon, pag dumadaan ako ng Supreme Court, kahit na nasa labas ako ng gate, ang dami humahabol sa akin, nagbibigay ng mga folder, nagbibigay ng mga ano.
So wala kang maalala kahit isa?
Wala, Your Honor, eh.
Getting nothing from the complainant himself, the House Committee on Justice issued a subpoena to the Supreme Court to release documents supporting Gadon's claims. Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre also faced the impeachment hearing on Tuesday. Aguirre was testifying on the allegation that Sereno intentionally delayed the issuance of a resolution on the Justice Department's request to transfer the Maute cases and detainees outside Mindanao. He believes there was a long delay in the decision's issuance, but he refused to comment when asked if he thinks Sereno had a hand in this delay. He admitted, though, that Sereno called him in a meeting where the Chief Justice asked him to tone down his statements in his request.
Parang improper yung pag-sabi sa akin, pag-request sa akin to tone down.
Sereno was among the justices who voted against the resolution. Joyce Ilas, CNN Philippines.
Opposition lawmakers are accusing the House Justice Committee of stepping in to build up the impeachment case against Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno. They say complainant Larry Gadon has lost his credibility in the hearings since he has no personal knowledge and no documents to back up his accusations against Sereno. They say it's unlikely the case will stand in Senate, so House members are calling on multiple witnesses to provide the evidence that's missing.
Presently, based on the complaint, it has no chance at all to prosper in the Senate. In a way, the committee is venturing on evidence gathering to plug the loopholes in Gadon's complaint.
Regardless of how weak the case is, opposition lawmakers say it's certain the House Justice Committee will find probable cause in it anyway. But Committee Chair Umali dismisses the claim, saying the opposition doesn't understand the case because they cannot participate in the hearings.
Unfortunately for them, kasi hindi sila miyembro, kanya marahil ay hindi nila masyadong nakakapture yung essence of what we are doing, ano.
Umali assures the hearing is being conducted as fairly as possible. As the National Police seems poised to take the lead again in the government's war on drugs, fears over alleged extrajudicial killings resurface amid revelations of a supposed legitimate operation in Manila that claimed the lives of 3 suspects. The killings happened in October, a day after the president told the police to stand down in the anti-drugs campaign. George Cahilas reports.
In this alley in Barangay 19 in Tondo, Manila on October 11th, 3 men were killed in a supposed police drug buy-bust operation. Police identified them as Rolly Ocampo, Sherwin Bitas, and Juan Elias Calbo. In the police report, a policeman posing as buyer transacted with the supposed drug suspects past noontime. After the deal, the buyer signaled his colleagues to arrest the suspects. The police report states the suspects fired at the policemen, so the policemen returned fire, leaving the suspects with fatal gunshot wounds. These security cameras captured the incident, and the footage tells a different story. In a foreign news agency obtained video, there was no shootout. A witness who refused to face our camera said Ocampo was doing the laundry outside his house when authorities apprehended him. The 2 other suspects went down from the 2nd floor to check out the commotion. Then gunfire echoes in this narrow street. The security video even shows policemen dragging the bodies of the drug suspects to a pedicab. The Manila Police District says around 15 to 20 policemen were involved in that operation.
Our reports indicate that we have observed all rules in the police operating procedures. The targets have been properly identified. They have pending criminal records, notorious drug pushers, and even in fact involved in robbery holdup in the area.
PNP Chief Ronald De La Rosa says he has yet to see the video, and their Internal Affairs Service will carry out an investigation.
We're in the process also of authenticating the video. I assure you that the President will not tolerate any abuses that may be committed by some personnel of the PNP.
On October 10th, President Duterte removed from the PNP the authority to go against drug suspects. The buy-bust operation in Tondo happened the day after. The President recently said he may restore the PNP's role in the drug war.
It was only forwarded to us on October 14 in a written memorandum from National Headquarters disseminating the presidential directive for all PNP units to cease and desist from police operations.
Kaya timing sa kanila nilabas yung mga ganon na damaging reports about PNP kung kailan tayo babalik. Ibig sabihin, yung mga kalaban natin, ayaw talaga tayo pabalikin. Ayaw talaga tayo pabalikin sa war on drugs.
Family members of the killed alleged drug suspects refuse to face our camera, and they are not pressing charges against the policemen.
In the newsroom on CNN Philippines, President Rodrigo Duterte attended 2 gatherings today where he pushed again for charter change as well as amendments in laws to fight corruption. He also defended his war against drugs. Our senior correspondent Ruth Cabal was in Pasay City where an anti-corruption summit and a construction congress were held earlier tonight.
Saying the Constitution allows government officials to escape accountability, President Duterte raised anew the need for charter change. He also says a new constitution is needed to give more teeth in the fight against corruption and ensure that public funds directly benefit the people. It should also provide for more effective checks and balances in government, including the investigation of constitutional bodies.
Let us agree on what we would like to do with the Constitution. Change it something more. Huwag na masyado yung basta yung change lang yung strengthen the commission on audit, pati ombudsman, but be sure that there's also something there that will have the checks and balances. Kasi sa pagka ngayon, hot checks on the ombudsman, wala. a constitution that would suit our way of life and correct the evil things there, I will tender my resignation. Yan ang deal ko sa opposition, pati lahat tayo.
The president reiterated his call to abolish the procurement law, in particular, the policy giving projects to the lowest bidder. He says this system allows big-time syndicates to conspire in manipulating the bidding process. It also results in substandard products and projects. The president says he wants to set up a Bureau of Supplies where agencies can source materials and equipment based on world market prices. Also in his speech, the president defended his drug war and the police and the military who are involved in the campaign.
40% of the barangay captains all over the country are into Cebu. Ilang Pilipino mabubuang anak ng papatayin talaga kita. I will not allow any military man or policeman to go to jail for doing his duty. Loko-loko ka pala pag ipakulong. Kaya hindi talaga ako papayag. Mag-away na tayo.
The president was also able to sneak in a joke about his critic, Senator Laila de Lima. While he did not directly name de Lima, he talked about Pope Francis giving a rosary to the senator.
Bigyan pa ni hambog na bigyan ng rosary ni Pope. So si Pope naman, oy. Kaya, sabi ko, hanapan mo ako ng video ng pagkita ko kay Pope. No, ayan ang magtingin pa si Pope, baka pag-alis pa pagka-Pope yan. That's a joke, abot ng yan. I am joking, Pope.
The president did not elaborate on the video, but in the past, he claimed de Lima supposedly had a sex video. Also, Mr. Duterte again made a pitch for the passage of the Bangsamoro Basic Law, or the BBL, which he says is needed to correct injustices against Muslims and to promote peace. Ruth Cabal, CNN Philippines.
In other news, the Senate passed on second and third readings its version of the tax reform package. The bill exempts from income tax those earning 250,000 pesos and below annually. Also tax exempt are all kinds of milk given their nutritional value, 3-in-1 coffee, other beverages such as natural fruit and vegetable juices, unsweetened tea, and beverages that use cocoa sugar and artificial sweeteners. Senators excluded kerosene from excise tax as it is widely used as fuel for lighting and cooking in remote areas. The sale of prescription drugs and medicines will also be exempt from value-added tax. Senator J.V. Ejercito says under the bill, the government will still be able to produce the revenue it needs for its massive infrastructure program. The Monetary Board upholds the sanctions imposed by the Bangko Sentral against Metrobank over a case of internal fraud. That's after the examination carried out by the BSP on the 1.75 billion fraud allegedly perpetrated by a former executive and two others. The sanctions ranged from reprimand to suspension of directors and officers who failed to perform their duties and responsibilities. Metrobank is also required to allocate nearly 4.5 billion pesos of its capital on a consolidated basis to cover higher operational risk. The bank is likewise required to execute and submit a letter of commitment to be implemented and completed within 1 year. That's to enhance corporate governance, credit administration, internal controls, and monitoring processes. In a statement, Metrobank reports no customer was affected by the fraud and it's just an isolated incident. That's after conducting its own audit. The T family-led bank adds it acknowledges the examination of the BSP and says it's in a strong position to set aside nearly 4.5 billion pesos of capital reserve in line with the Bangko Sentral directive. Metrobank is the second largest bank in the country in terms of assets.
Ating pong pinagkakaloob sa inyo para po sa ating kaalaman, hindi lang ho dito sa Mega Manila o sa Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao, maging sa ibayong dagat sa magitan po ng social media, online, ito pong live na inyong napapanood, napapakinggan. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening sa ating mga suki at sa mga bago nating mga taga-subaybay. Araw nga po ng Tuesday, kaya't balik trabaho, balik eskwela, ang ating pong mga kabataan nationwide. Wala pong holiday ngayon. Actually, itong linggong ito ay dapat talaga nagdo-double time tayo araw-araw kasi hindi nga kumpleto ang araw itong linggong ito. Next Thursday, this coming Thursday pala, ay holiday na naman. November 30 yan, Bonifacio Day. Kaya kahapon, today, at hanggang bukas ay dapat tuloy-tuloy ang trabaho. Although sa Friday, meron pa naman. Ganun pa man, eto na po ang mga issue at mga balita. Pangulong Duterte nais magpatawag ng special session daw sa Kongreso para lang o para sa Bangsamoro Basic Law o BBL. Samantala, General De La Rosa o Bato De La Rosa nilinaw daw na sasali siya sa vigilante group kapag malala na ang sitwasyon ng illegal drug trade sa bansa. Dapat makontrol yan. Okay? LTO, kinansila na nga po ang driver's license ng aktres na si Maria Isabel Lopez. Ayan. Nang abuso ng ASEAN Summit kasi. Justice Secretary Aguirre, titistigo daw sa impeachment hearing laban kay Chief Justice Sereno. Pangulong Duterte inihintay ang rekomendasyon ng Armed Forces of the Philippines kaugnay nga po ng pagpapalawig ng martial law sa Mindanao. Mahigit 70,000 pumasas bilang daw ng mga bagong guro. Congratulations! Ayon sa Professional Regulation Commission o PRC. Dating model, aktor at 10 iba pa arestado sa bypass operation na naman ng mga otoridad sa Bonifacio Global City o Taguig City, Mega Manila. Control sa war on drug. Mananatili daw po sa mananatili sa PDEA. Ibig sabihin, Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency ang mananatiling may control dyan sa kailang operasyon. Eto naman, dalawang dating Cabinet Secretary Singson Abad, nilagay daw sa lookout bulletin ng Department of Justice. May mga kaso kasi talaga silang kinakaharap. Doon sa di umano 8.7 billion. Doon sa right of way ba ito sa Mindanao? Kung ano man yan. Hindi naman siguro tatakas yan. Si Abad ay nandito yan. Nagluluksa pa yan. Namatay yung asawa niya. Kamakailan lang. Congresswoman Abad, di ba namatay yung asawa ni Boots Abad? Wala pang 1 buwan yata or mga 1 buwan more or less. Si Singson naman ay presidente yan ng isang korporasyon. So hindi naman siguro aalis sa mga yan. Talagang patuloy na hinahabol ang nakaraang gobyerno. Well, kahapon ba nyo nadinig yung interview kay dating Pangulong Noynoy Aquino tungkol sa problema sa MRT? Ang sinisisi pa rin until now ni Pinoy ay si Arroyo. Wow! Nagsisisihan pa sila hanggang ngayon. Sinisisi ni Pinoy si Arroyo. Sinisisi ng gobyernong ito si Pinoy. Habang ang tren naman ay talagang hindi malaman kung ano ang nangyayari. Bakit masisihan ang sisihan? Trabaho na po. Kung sino ang merong control and supervision, magtrabaho kayo para sa kapakanan at proteksyon ng mga commuter na 600,000 araw-araw. Lalo na ho ngayon, malapit na ang Pasko, napakahalaga ng ating public transport. Okay? Well, meron po aksidente kaninang madaling araw pa. Hindi ko maintindihan kung only in the Philippines na naman ito. Nakakaya, pero hindi ho pwedeng hindi babalita eh. Kanina pong alas 4 ng madaling araw, merong aksidente sa may North Avenue, tapat ng Sintres dyan sa Quezon City. May motorsiklohong sumemplang, tumilapon yung sakay, pumasok doon sa loob ng sa ilalim ng sasakyan ng isang SUV dyan sa may EDSAng yan. Alain yung until now po hindi pa nakukuha yung tao. Until now po ay nandiyan pa rin yung problema kaya matraffic. Nangyari alas 4 ng hapon. Alas 4 ng madaling araw pala, kanina madaling araw. Ngayon, alas 7 lampas na. Ganun pong katagal. Ang lapit lang sa City Hall ng Quezon City. Sa City Government, yan pong EDSA Quezon Avenue. Pero bakit inabot po ng ilang oras na yung... Ako, tingin ko doon, kaya namatay yung biktima, sa tagal na nasa ilalim ng sasakyan, hindi nakukuha. Kaya kailangan po talagang bilisan ang mga rescue operation, rescue team ng lokal at naso na pamahalaan. Mayor Bistik, Mayor Bautista, ano ba naman yan? Wala pang 1 kilometro yung City Hall hanggang EDSA. Bakit aabot ng 3 oras yung biktima hindi nakukuha sa ilalim ng sasakyan? MMDA, hindi natin masisisi dyan dahil malayo ang MMDA. Although sa ilalim ng flyover ng Quezon Avenue EDSA, mayroong mga tauhan doon ng MMDA. Pag-araw. Pag madaling araw, ala po. Ayan. Yan ho yung mga kailangan mabago. Alam nyo, hindi lang ho sa national government nakatutok tayo at ang taong bayan sa totoong pagbabago. Pati po mga local government unit dapat sumama sa pagbabago. Sa maraming mga responsibilidad. Peace and order, kalinisan, illegal drugs, laban sa lahat ng illegal. Local government po dapat ang nakapront yan. Sa ilalim po ng local government code, merong power, police power, lahat ng authority nasa mga elected government local official. Pero ang masakit, lahat na lang iniaasa sa Malacanang ang mga maliliit na mga balita at mga problema ng bayan. Kaya kawawa talaga ang Pangulo sa kasalukuyang sistema ng gobyerno dahil lahat na lang sa kanya pinapasa sa kabila ng yung mga ibang elected official na merong obligasyon, hindi ginagawa ang obligasyon sa bayan. Yan lang po ang ating observation dyan. Palitan po ng piso at ng US dollar, natili pa rin pong malakas ang dollar kumpara sa piso. Kanina umaga po, nagkaroon ng dagdag bawas or nagkaroon po ng increase pa ang oil product. Tumaas naman po ang diesel at saka kerosene o gas. Ang gasolina hindi po nagbago. Ayan ha. Dahil doon daw sa pagtaya na gumagalaw-galaw ang presyo sa international market conforme sa galaw sa international, yun din po ang magiging basihan ng paggalaw, baba o taas ng presyo ng oil product sa ating bayan. Ang mga pangunahing bilihin tila tumataas na po dahil magpapasko talaga. Wow, pakibantayan lang po muli mga local government unit. From governor down to councilor, barangay chairman, meron po kayong karapatang bantayan at proteksyonan ng mga mamimili sa mga maaaring umaabuso na mga negosyante sa mga pangunahing pagkain dahil nga po sa magpapasko marami hong mga binibili diyan kung ano-ano. Ang problema ho sa ating traffic, okay? Yung yellow lane, tuloy-tuloy ang programang yan. Motorcycle policy, gano'n din po. At yung ADA, Anti-Driving, Distracting Driving Act na yan, bawal lang mag-cellphone, mag-text habang nagmamaneho, yan po ay mga batas. Yung smoking ban sa ilalim ng Executive Order number 26, pinapairal po yan. Although marami pong nagsisigaryo kung saan-saan lugar, dapat din po hinuhuli yan ng mga local government unit. Dahil yan po ay hindi pwedeng pulis lang or kung sino lang. Pati ho ang mga barangay, chairman, kagawad o tanod ay tumulong dito ho sa lahat ng mga kautusan. Alam niyo, merong Executive Order number 13 laban sa lahat ng gambling. Merong Executive Order number 26 laban ho sa mga paninigaryo kung saan-saan lugar. Ang dami pong mga kautusan eh. Okay? Samantala, kahapon po at ngayong araw na ito hanggang bukas magpapatuloy ang hearing ng Kongreso. Ano yung observation kahapon? Naku, anong nangyari dyan? Ala eh. Wala, puro hearsay at hindi malinaw ang ebidensyang inihaharap ni Atty Gadon. Nag-deny pa si Mr. Canlas na aming kasamahan sa media na hindi sa kanya nanggaling at hindi siya nagsabi na merong problema sa loob mismo ng Supreme Court. Naloko na. Ayun ng sources, yung pinanggagalingan ng impormasyon ng complainant na si Atty Gadon. Kaya ang sabi ng mga congressman kahapon at mismo chairman ng komite, abay, maghanda naman, mag-prepare naman ang complainant. Huwag sanang ipasa sa kanila ang paghahanap ng ebidensya laban kay Serino. Ayun, talaga nakakarambola. So makakalusot sa Kongreso ito kahit anong mangyari, sa Senado natin aabangan siguro. Mga kaibigan, yan po ang detalye at yan po ang mga pangunahing malalaking mga balita sa umagang ito. Ang detalye susunod kaagad sa magitan po siyempre ni MJ Mondihar. At ang paghihimay-himay namin sa likod ng mga balita after ng mga detalye ng balitang ito. Partner MJ, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Partner Mike. Good morning, Pilipinas. Narito na ang mga balitang tinutukan ng SMNA News and Current Affairs sa nakalipas na magdamag. Nais ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte na magkaroon ng special session ang Kongreso para matalakay at maipasa ang Bangsamoro Basic Law. Ito ang pahayag ni Duterte sa kanyang talumpati sa First Bangsamoro Assembly sa Sultan Kudarat, Maguindanao. Ayon sa Pangulo, nais niyang pakinggan ng Kongreso ang posisyon ng Moro Islamic Liberation Front, MILF, Moro National Liberation Front, MNLF, at iba pang stakeholders sa peace process sa Mindanao. Iginit ng Pangulo na dapat raw inclusive ang mapagkakasunduan kung kasama rito o kung saan kasama rito raw ang mga Moro, Lumad at maging mga Kristiyano na nasa Mindanao. Wala daw factual o legal basis para magtatag ng isang revolutionary government. Ito ang pahayag ni Presidential Spokesman Harry Roque sa harap ng napapabalitang umano ng plano umano ng mga taga-suporta ng Pangulo na magsagawa ng rally bilang suporta sa nasabing revolutionary government. Ayon kay Roque, Kinikilala nila ang panawagan ng mga taga-suporta ng Pangulo para sa isang revolutionary government. Pero ayon kay Roque, wala sila nakikitang legal na basihan para dito. Nilino naman ni Philippine National Police Chief Director General Ronald de la Rosa na sasali lamang siya sa vigilante group kapag lumala na ang sitwasyon sa bansa. Anya, gagawin niya ito kapag ang mga drug lords at narco na ang may kontrol sa kapangyarihan sa bansa. Pero sinabi naman ng hepe na hypothetical lamang ang kanyang payag at naniniwala pa rin siya sa criminal justice system. Ginawa ito ni De La Rosa matapos sabihin na pangungunahan niya ang vigilante group na tutugis sa mga masamang pulis o yung mga police calawags kapag nagretiro na ito sa pwesto. Kinansala ng Land Transportation Office o LTO ang lisensya na actress at dating beauty queen na si Maria Isabel Lopez. Ito matapos tanggalin ni Lopez ang plastic barrier na inilaan para sa ASEAN lane sa kasagsagan ng ASEAN Summit sa bansa. Matatandaan na mahigpit na pinagbawal ng Metropolitan Manila Development Authority o MMDA ang pagdaan sa mga motorista o ng mga motorista sa nasabing linya na para lamang sa mga VIPs. Hindi naman papayagan si Lopez na mga pag-renew ng lisensya sa loob ng susunod na 2 taon. Pinagmumulta rin si Lopez ng 8,000 piso para sa iba pang paglabag sa batas trapiko gaya ng disregarding traffic signs, reckless driving at paglabag sa Anti-Distracted Driving Act. Samantalang nagsampa ng reklamo ang Filipino Alliance for Transparency and Empowerment of Faith sa Supreme Court laban kay Associate Justice Teresita Leonardo de Castro. Ito'y kaugnay sa paglabag umano ni de Castro sa internal rules ng Korte Suprema. Nakasaad sa inihang reklamo na sinira umano ni de Castro ang new Code of Judicial Conduct for the Philippine Judiciary dahil sa paglalabas raw ng masiselang impormasyon sa media. Kasunod ito ng pahayag ni Atty Gadon sa House Committee on Justice na nagmula kay de Castro ang mga dokumento na binigay sa kanya ng Manila Times reporter na si Jomar Canlas. Matatandaan na si Gadon na naghain ng impeachment case laban kay Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno. Iginit naman ng grupong Faith na posibleng lumikha ng matinding problema ang ginawa ni de Castro kapag naulit pa. Hindi naman dumalo sa Supreme Court Associate Justice Teresita de Castro sa impeachment hearing laban kay Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno. Inimitahan ng Kamara si de Castro bilang resource speaker at mabigyan ng linaw ang munoy pagpalsipika ni Sereno sa ilang mga dokumentong inisyu ng Korte Suprema. Ayon kay House Panel Chairman Representative Reynaldo Umali, kailangan munang kumuha ni de Castro ng clearance mula sa Supreme Court on Bank bago siya makadalo sa pagdinig. Sinabi naman ni Umali na sa sandaling mabigyan si de Castro ng clearance ay dadalo na ito sa pagdinig. Bukod kay de Castro ay hindi na rin nakasipot sa pagdinig si Associate Justice Noel Tiham bunsod ng kaparehong dahilan. Magsisilbi rin sa resource speaker si Tiham sa alegasyon na dinilay ni Sereno ang resolusyon sa paglipat ng motor cases sa labas ng Mindanao. Sa kaugnay pa rin balita, itinanggi ng mamamahayag na si Jomar Canlas na si Supreme Court Associate Justice Teresita de Castro ang pinagmula ng impormasyon sa pagpasipika umuno ni Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno ng court documents noong 2013. Sa nagpapatuloy na pagdinig ng House Committee on Justice sa impeachment case si Sereno, nilinaw ni Mr. Canlas na hindi niya binunyag kay Atty Gadon o sa sino man na si de Castro ang source ng mga impormasyon sa kanyang artikulo sa Manila Times na Justice Blast Sereno over TRO mess. Sa panig naman ni Gadon, inamin nito na hindi niya matandaan ngayon kung si Canlas ang talagang nagbigay sa kanya ng impormasyon. Dagdag pa ni Gadon na ang pagtanggi ni Canlas ay hindi makapagbabago ng katotohanan na nag-exist ang naturang news article. Una na rin pinabulaanan ni de Castro na nagbigay ito ng anumang impormasyon, report o dokumento kaugnay sa trabaho ng korte kay Canlas. Posibleng maharap naman sa kasong perjury si Atty. Gadon. Ito ang sinabi ni Oriental Mindoro Representative Reynaldo Umali, Chairman ng House Committee on Justice. Maging ang mga abogado ni Supreme Court Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno ay nagpaplano rin daw na sampahan ng perjury si Gadon dahil raw ito sa paiba-ibang pahayag ng abogado sa pagdinig ng Kamara. Nauna naman komisyon ng mambabatas na si Representative Salvador Leachon na si Gadon sa pagbabago nitong pahayag. Ito ay matapos pabulaanan ng mamamahayag na si Joel Cadlas na si Supreme Court Associate Justice Teresita de Castro ang source ng kanyang news article on TRO issues. Pinalalahanan naman ni Leachon ang complainant na hindi niya maaaring gawin ang pagganito sa harap ng komite. Patuloy naman ang deliberasyon ng House panel para madetermina kung may probable cause ang impeachment laban kay Sereno. Nagbabala naman si House Justice Committee Chairman Representative Reynaldo Umali na gagamitin ito ang coercive powers ng komite kung patuloy na magmamatigas si CJ Sereno na dumalo sa impeachment hearing to sa Kamara.